Welcome to Karma on Deck. I'm Karma. This is our Capricorn reading for the week of January 3rd. Happy New Year. And we begin. Let's do the Capricorn Sun or Capricorn Rising. This is the Capricorn's focus energy general spread right now. Mercury retrograde had me this morning. I've been a little twitchy over, miscommunications, electronics, payments, phones, texts. Yeah. All right, here we go, Capricorn. The Star card, Three of Swords, Two of Cups. I'm Capricorn too, so I'll have to go back and look at this one. So one thing that I'm noticing right away about Capricorn, right, is impatience. I'm also seeing, they say that Capricorns aren't deep, but I think they are very deep because we look at minutia, right? We have the Temperance card right here. Interesting, because this has been the card for me for meditation that's come up. And what is temperance but balance? Right? We've also got, let's see what else we have for balance in here that's coming up. We've got the Two of Cups. There's a lot of references in here for Capricorn in regards to timing. You've got the Ace of Cups, Two of Cups, that's in regards to money, and the Wheel of Fortune, which tells us, first of all, fate, right? So what is fate but destiny? Fate has to do with things going in time or in their perfect timing. There's some dichotomy in here. There's a little heaviness and a lot of hope. We've got the Star card, Aquarius, working together, and that references hope. We've got the Knight of Cups for feeling as if we've done, and here comes the Sun. Woo! So the Knight of Cups is feeling a little emotional. Are you kicking yourself right here with the Temperance card, because this is self-reflection? Are you kicking yourself for being impulsive? I see this energy toward new beginnings for you. I'm also seeing the Justice card where things are getting more exact. So you're taking things a little bit more seriously in this next little phase. We have the World card, so attention is coming your way, right? The World, it's funny to me. The Wheel of Fortune's all Jupiter, and the World card is Saturn, like things coming back into alignment following that Wheel of Fortune. We've got the World card. There's also a little bit of impatience here with the Knight of Swords and the Page of Cups. So don't be snappy. And I feel as if emotions are rising to the surface for you right now. Now, in the very center here is the Justice card. So what is the Justice card? That has to do with legal paperwork, documents, or contracts. So are you, and this could even be a contract with yourself. Are you starting, this makes perfect sense with a New Year's resolution. Of course, Capricorn would do a New Year's resolution. That's how it's done. So I am seeing the Queen of Swords. So are you setting some firm boundaries with people around you right now? Sometimes firm boundaries, some people might not like it. They think it's rude when you just say no. And they're like, what do you mean, no? Well, I don't have time to explain. Just no. And there's suddenly this emotion and drama around it. So there's a little bit of energy toward, just having to be very, very clear. That's the Queen of Swords. Sometimes that cuts, but communicating differently and more firmly. I'm seeing that there's a little question and confusion along with this frustration because we have the Three of Swords, which is miscommunication. So that goes in theme with Mercury retrograde coming around. I always call this the Mercury retrograde card because it just means a misconnect, right? A missed connection. But there is an abundance of new beginnings for Capricorn here. Page of Cups, Knight of Cups, Knight of Swords. We have the Ace of Pentacles too. So Capricorn, of course you are. Capricorn, are you looking for a turn in the path toward better money? We see the Two of Coins for business and money coming your way, an exchange of money, an exchange of services for money. And then we have the Ace of Pentacles. Now, major cards are the major cards. The minor cards are the day-to-day. When you have an ace, it's the pivot point between the minor cards and the major. So you're at this turning point right now. Let me just say, keep hope alive because you have the Star card as well. This is an overall positive reading. However, the only negative in it is Capricorn's frustration. So patience is the name of the game for here. We do have the Seven of Swords for things getting easier. It's going to be like the bubble popped and tension just clears all of a sudden. But look, timing is on your side. Faith, have faith. Ace of Coins, this is our pivot point. Things getting easier, right? Like I said, frustration here with this Knight of Swords. So the Knight of Swords is being impulsive. If you notice, his head is back, or he's like, what? So we also have the Queen of Swords, which is my bitch card, okay? I tried to say it nicely where it's like boundaries, right? But we all know when we're crossing that line. And sometimes that's what people need to hear in order for them to back up. So I just kind of feel like you're beating yourself up too much, Capricorn. I also see frustration and impatience because everything else in your cards are beautiful. Look at this balance, right? We have this World card. You doing things the right way. So this is a lot of hope and balance, and I'm loving it. So let us pull for you Capricorn Moon. For those of you that are Capricorn Moon, if you're not a Capricorn Moon, you don't know what that means, just hang out. We'll talk a little bit about emotions of the Capricorn right now. You're right where you're supposed to be. So Moon is your setting. Your Sun is your plot line, right? The plot line is these goals with money and focus, right? Moon is your plot. Moon is your emotions, how you emote, how you think, the environment. Let's take a look. Capricorn. Ace of Swords for decisions. Hierophant, don't be stubborn, Capricorn. I know it's in your nature. There's that Queen of Swords. That is your congruency. Also the Three of Swords. Are you feeling disconnected, Capricorn? You know, I think you take, because you work so hard at things, I kind of pick up that you take disconnects as a personal judgment, or you take it personally as like, what did I do wrong? And sometimes it just is what it is. Don't wear this coat for too long. You've got the Fool card in the bottom here. This back row is telling me that Capricorn's been in kind of a funk. You've kind of been a little, not stubborn or know-it-all, but you're just like leaning into what you know. And I just have to say, my best friend used to tell me all the time, if it's heavy, put it down. I am picking up that Capricorn is tired. 9 of Wands, you know, 5 of Pentacles, at the verge of giving up hope, miscommunication, and 4 of Cups, and nostalgia. Wanting things to go back to a healthier stage, or remembering when things were better, right? So you got the Tower card, but in the dead center of your reading, there's this card for strength. What is this but grace? Lean into grace, surrender a little bit. You have both the Fool card and the Judgment coming up for you. So this means consequence, and this is right now, not all consequences are bad, right? It's not surrounded by anything but the Fool right here. I know that, and this tells me that there's a shift, a paradigm shift, or an energy shift for you, because you have this 4 of Pentacles where you feel as if something's been taken from you, or taken, or that you kind of feel as if things haven't been going your way. There's just, this mood is heavier than you're admitting, right? In a lot of different ways. But I think I can boil it down to Capricorn just being tired. That drive can only go on for so long. I was just listening to Toni Jones. If any of you guys have listened to her at all, she's phenomenal. But she did a song recently called Worth Ethic instead of Work Ethic. And I fell in love with it because she talks about how we honor our time and with like joy and contribution and how to give to ourselves. And I think Capricorn, we've got the Charity card, 6 of Pentacles, and the 9 of Wands for fatigue. In the center is the Strength card. So where are you drawing your strength if you are the giver, Capricorn? So we do have the Fool card. So you're at a crossroads right now. Still, that showed up in a kind of a different way. It's not like a path you have to choose between two things or that you're confused. You're pivoting right now. And the consequences and the benefit is going to be strikingly different. You have the Death card. So there's change. Interestingly enough, you know, the Death card is all Scorpio, right? So use this to your advantage. I do see Capricorn is watching. Yeah, I'm pulling a couple more cards here, and I'm looking where it says watching, like you're watching for things to change. You're watching this weather. You're feeling heavy. I asked, what's the answer? And I pulled one more card, and it came up as the Temperance card. No coincidence. I'm a Capricorn, and this is the card I've been meditating on for a week. What is temperance but balance? You can't serve from an empty cup, and you can't receive from a full one. What phase are you in? So sometimes this bears looking at, right? And temperance has a lot to do with that tension between two divides, where how do you be both without sacrificing or burning one out? So that is your focus for this week, is temperance, but I'm super curious to see what the divination of the ancients is going to pop with. as your meditation for this week. Just for fun, I'd like to see how close it is to that. Fickle. So this is fickle. These are flowers, right? The card is flowers and it says fickle. I'm not sure, let me look at it. So what does fickle have to say about that meaning, right? Or do you know what you want? I think that's ultimately what fickle is all about, because unless we're clear, our direction can wander like the weather. And so being, fickle is almost like, you're so picky. It's almost like someone saying you're bipolar. But what's true is being fickle and being unsettled is a seeker's path until you find what it is that dials you in. But this is just, if you aren't feeling satisfied, maybe you just need to look a little deeper or shift some things. But it says here, if you've been playing games with someone's emotions, even your own, the flowers cards has come to ask you to make up your mind. There it is. Before you lose what could be a great relationship, possibly just exactly what you've been hoping for. Take stock of your own behavior. Are you devoted 1 minute, backing off the next, leaving things totally up in the air? Now this can have to do with work ethic too, myself included. Your lack of decisiveness is affecting others as well as your own. Now it's time to look at the root of the problem, fear. Ask yourself, what exactly are you afraid of? I think that's beautiful. Do you sit and ask yourselves these questions like, why am I so frustrated? So should I stay or should I go, to be happy or feel woe, or to be in such a pickle, decision made, I'm no longer fickle. So it says here in a little side note, I love this. Stop giving, it says other divinatory meanings. Stop giving others the runaround. Make the first move. Be clear about what you want or whom you really want. Romance awaits. You're worthy of love. So this is try to avoid romantic kind of readings within a general spread, because that affects all of us differently. And those are so idiosyncratic to the dynamic that this gives us an overall look. But for those of you that are in relationships, can you see frustration from them, as well, maybe? Because we don't know what we want. They don't know how to respond, and it creates a negative feedback loop. But ultimately, if we break that down to the core, the card fickle is asking you to get clear. What is it Capricorn really wants? And there goes the frustration. Also take breaks. I want to thank you for hanging out with me. For a in-depth reading, reach out to me, karmaondeck.com. Or for any questions or feedback, please reach out, karmaondeck702@gmail.com. And please like, subscribe, head over to my YouTube where you can see the picture-in-picture. Adonai, I'll catch you guys on the flip side.